Hi, my name is Angelica Cheung. I am the editor-in-chief of Vogue China. This is my story. Now people say you are the devil in the fashion, you're the queen of fashion, whatever, but it wasn't meant to be like that. I always thought I would become a barrister. I was in Hong Kong after university. So by chance, I came into media business. At the time, the idea was that through becoming a journalist for a few years, I would widen my scope. I would meet a lot of people, see a lot of things. Then I would become a good lawyer. It was a great time to be a journalist, to understand things and to meet a lot of people. I wanted to just to learn more, to be more knowledgeable about the management side of things and the business side of things. And that's when I started exploring MBA courses in Adelaide at the University of South Australia. And then I got the offer to run a fashion magazine. When I did a good job, the same group had Marie Claire. They said, you do quite a good job, can you improve Marie Claire Hong Kong? So I thought I would do it for a year. Then I did a good job, and just when I about to leave to really pursue law, and then Elle China came to ask me to say, can you take over Elle China, because we needed to strengthen Elle to get ready for Vogue's entry to China. So that was it. So I went to Shanghai from Hong Kong to lead Elle for a year or two, and then that was absolutely, I thought, time to go. Far too long in the business. That's when Condé Nast came to ask me to launch Vogue. And a key part of the conversation with Condé Nast was if I was allowed to create a magazine that would be on the level of the best internationally. And then they said that's exactly what we wanted to do, because China is such a huge country, huge market, and we wanted to treat it with respect. So it deserves a Vogue that would be the best in the world. And so that was it. That was what persuaded me to launch Vogue back then. That was 12, 13 years ago. And it wasn't easy, it was easily said. And then only after they said, yes, go ahead, and I realized, what did I say? It was one thing to have ambition, it was another thing to actually achieve it. But then, of course, the idea of doing Vogue magazine that is on the level of the best Vogues in the world was appealing. Because in Asia, and China in particular, the way fashion magazines worked then, even now, was that the editions here were considered second-tier, third-tier citizens in the global family. And fast forward to today, these past few years, the challenges to all the fashion media, or to all the traditional media in general around the world, has been the digital challenges. And there were talks that the old media, traditional media were dying, and social media would take over. So 4 or 5 years ago, I started to think about that issue. Ultimately, whatever platform you are talking about, if you become the one voice that people really want to listen or read or look at, then you have a value there. So our challenge was how to become that one clear voice that is more authoritative, but at the same time, the expression would be in a way that people can understand more easily. So that was how I started to look at the whole Vogue brand. So we had our app and our social media, Chinese Weibo. We have about 13 million followers. Then on our WeChat, we were there the first, one of the first. We have about 1.5 million followers on WeChat, with an average reading the article every day above 100,000. I think the challenges today is really about how to make that judgment between moving with the times and keeping true to yourself. I encourage everybody around me to really embrace life in many ways, and to give it your best effort whenever you can, because every aspect of life is connected. And at Vogue, we still feel that even though we do a lot, we have so many brands under the Vogue umbrella now, not huge team still, but we feel the positive energy because we do believe in what we are doing. And you are selling a culture, a way of thinking, a philosophy, and some values rather than just a fashion magazine. And ultimately, it answers a question to myself and to everybody who work with Vogue, in that the world might have become a better place because of our contribution through what we do professionally. So I guess that's ultimately the meaning of life.